everyone, this is Jo Smart from Fire Angels. I'm here to do your August Lightworker reading. August. I hope July has been kind to you. It's here in the UK, it's been hot. We've had, extreme weather, which even the biggest sun worshippers have not found pleasant. I actually moved my home office from my day job here in the hut because I've got air conditioning in here and my home office is south facing, and there was no way I could do that in 40 degrees heat. So I actually moved my home office in here, which I'd avoided doing previously because I didn't really want to bleed the energies, because they're very different energies. But I think I might keep it here. In my hut, obviously did a lot of smudging. There's been a lot of Palo Santo burnt, but I reckon I had at least a 50% reduction in eye rolling, like my eye rolling. I just feel like I've been a lot more zen and getting on with my work in a much more calm manner. So maybe there's something to it. Maybe I should carry on working in here. But I thought for our August reading, I mean, the year is going by pretty fast, as they tend to do, and a lot's happening and things are changing very, very quickly. And I thought it would probably just be a good idea to check in, see where we are, and what we probably need to concentrate on for the rest of the year. August is a very spiritual month. We've got Lionsgate Portal on the 8th, which I did a video about last year. You can remind yourself about what Lionsgate Portal is. So it's a month of reflection and planning for where next, really. So that's why I thought, let's just do a check-in. Let's see what the energy is telling us of where we're at and the energy of where we need to go for the remainder of the year as we finish off summer, hopefully in a kind of way, not so hot, because obviously that doesn't just have an impact on us, that has an impact on every living thing. There's been fires, damaging natural habitat as well as people's homes. There's been, where they're talking about potential droughts. All of that has a massive impact on the ecosystem. So let's hope the rest of the summer goes by without incident and we can move peacefully and calmly into autumn. I should hibernate in the summer anyway, let alone extreme heat summers. So the cards I'm going to go to, I'm just going to pull a couple of cards from each deck. I'm going to go to Angel Tarot. This is an older version by Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine. There's an updated version of this just by Radley Valentine. It's published by Hay House, but I've still got the old school one. And then just a bit nice grounding, telling us where the seasons are taking us. Carl Gray's Angels and Ancestors, also published by Hay House. And then see where the Keepers of the Light want us to go as well. So again, another Carl Gray, also published by Hay House. So we'll start with Angel Tarot. Thank you, angels, for telling us, light workers, where we're at and where we need to go. Just 2 cards from each deck. Okay, so what Angel Tarot is telling us now, when I've said about there's a lot changing, and I know this isn't just in the UK, but obviously that's where I am, and it is big news in the UK. It's about the cost of living, and I did do a reading about that, didn't I, a couple of months ago. Well, all of the news is all about, increase in energy prices, increase in fuel prices, increase in food prices, and the impact that is having on people. And that's what the first card has come out. So we've got 4 of Earth. The Earth Suite represents all of the things outside of us, so our jobs, our finances, our chores, all of those kinds of more human aspects to our life. And this is talking about either being too cautious or frivolous. I feel that this is being too cautious, with a lot of, we are all having to tighten our belts. I've certainly made changes to spend. I'm lucky enough that, we do have good secure jobs, and we have enough, and I'm eternally grateful for that, and that's part of why we continue to have enough, because of that gratitude and that trust that we will always have abundance. And that's what this card is saying, that are we focusing too much on what we don't have or what we might not have in the coming months instead of what we do have. So whilst it's making the necessary changes, not feeling frightened by them, not feeling resentful of them, continuing to feel gratitude for the things that you do have, and not looking at your finances and your resources from a place of fear, but a place of abundance, a place of enough. And say you're manifesting that you do always have enough, even if it means making slight changes, like you may go for the shop's own brand rather than the big flash brand and things like that. So or maybe taking less car journeys and walking a bit more. That's good for you, that's good for the environment. So looking at the positives to some of the changes you may be needing to make, and not seeing them as taking away from your life, see them as adding to your life, and being grateful for what you do have rather than focusing on what you don't have. So that's something that we're being advised to do at the moment. And where we are able to do that, the outcome here is we've got Ace of Air, which is talking about inspiration and new opportunities. If we clear our head and clear our thinking space of all of this, the worries that we've got or the changes that we have to make, then that leaves space and energy for new ideas, for creativity to blossom. And that's when we can really start facing this challenge in a really productive way. So whilst it may feel challenging now, trust that if we're able to change our perspective in how we're seeing this situation, and like I say, coming from a place of enough rather than not enough, then we allow that energy flow, that creativity flow, to bring new opportunities our way and enhance our lives rather than feel like we're having to reduce what we have, and reduce what we can do. We can actually increase it. So that's what Angel Tarot is telling us. Yes, we are in financially challenging times. Yes, we are all impacted by it in one way, shape or form. However, we must trust in our angels and our guides and our spiritual support team that we will always have the abundance we need to serve our highest good and to serve our purpose. So give those fears over and start looking at the opportunities instead of the challenges, and be creative with it. Allow that creative energy to flow through. So, angels and ancestors, thank you, angels and ancestors, for adding to this reading with messages in love and light as to where we are now and where we need to go. These ones want me to put them down, so I'm putting them down face down. Okay. So, the first one we've got is Mother Earth, allowing ourselves to feel loved and comforted. When we had that extreme heat, I did see quite a funny meme on Facebook, where it was like, "Hey Mother Earth, what you're cooking, you can turn the oven off." But actually, we've done that, not Mother Earth. That's us and our impact on the planet. But what this card represents is allowing our spiritual support team in to comfort us. So where we do have these worries, if we're struggling to move past those worries, then we need to call upon our angels and guides, allow them to comfort us, allow them to guide us, ask them to clear it from our head, do some energy work, on your third eye and your crown, to allow those messages and those feelings of comfort to come through. Ground yourself in Mother Nature. While we've got the nice weather, which is pretty standard for UK summer right now, which is nice, get out in nature, get your bare feet on the sand or on the soil, wherever you are, and just feel that comforting energy, and allow your angels in to help clear that space that allows the energy and the creativity to flow abundantly and not get stuck and become negative and fearful. And hold the space. So take yourself out. If you're getting all these thoughts and it's all going where all over in your head, it's just about slowing that down. Druid is very much about nature as well. Druids work with the energy flow of the earth and of all the living things in the earth. we still have those at our fingertips. We still have that energy to help ground us, to comfort us, to inspire us, to support that creativity that we've been encouraged to allow to flow. So make that time to be still, to ground, to stop the inner monologue, to stop the overthinking, to stop the overanalysis, to just be still and to breathe, and to allow that comfort of all of the natural elements around us to bring us comfort. And that supports the creative energy flow, where all of a sudden you have that light bulb moment and go, well, this is what I can do, and this will be, so all will be well, all will be well. And then trust as you go forth that you will always have enough. And then keepers of the light. Thank you, keepers of the light, for adding to this reading. You're telling us where we are and where we need to go. One more shuffle. Another card. Another one. Okay. Got Mother Earth again. In Gaia, so we've got a lot of Earth. So we've got the Earth card from the Tarot, Druid, Mother Earth. Now I've got Gaia, another representation of Mother Earth. Again, telling us to feel grounded, feel connected. And I think, do you know what? And that, it's about comfort and connection, but it's also, this heat wave has been, you know, if there was anybody still out there that didn't believe that climate change was a thing, it's a thing. You know, and it's about forgiving ourselves as to how we've allowed this to get this far. Mother Earth, Mother Nature wants to work with us, not against us. It's us that are working against her, really. So in doing that grounding with Mother Nature and with doing that connection to the natural world around us and allowing ourselves to forgive ourselves and the rest of our species for the impact that we've had, that actually can help create a change and support a change and bring that connection back to nature, and that we cohabit with nature, we share with nature, we are guests here. And again, you know, just having that little bit more consciousness around the impact that we have, the footprint that we have. But again, just, you know, by getting out in nature, that supports us to do that. And all of the other things that have been said, it allows us to hold the space, it allows us to calm ourselves, it allows us to ground ourselves, it allows us to feel really appreciative of the things that we've got around us. You know, and even if, you know, finances are a little bit difficult in this summer holidays, you might not be able to do all the things you have done in previous summer holidays, take a little bit of a picnic to a beautiful forest, having a walk around a lake or up and down a canal, doesn't cost a lot or anything. So, you know, make the most of that. We've got some beautiful places around us. You know, it's get out there and release that fear and be creative about how you can spend your time in a really constructive way. And the next card was Miriam, which is about sacred vision. So the Miriam were the angels that appeared to Mary Magdalene when she discovered that Jesus wasn't in the tomb. And this is just about allowing yourself to love and be loved, and knowing that that has no boundaries. So even though things might feel a little bit scary, love is abundant, and all of the answers come from love. So when we feel fearful, when we feel resentful, when we're overthinking all of the things that are going on and the things that we need to do, we can block that channel of love. We can block that comfort. We can block those messages. We can get ratty with each other. We can feel jealousy towards other people who don't seem to be having as much of an impact as we are. We need to we mustn't allow that to come into our energy, to infiltrate our aura, to reduce our vibrations. We must, just continue to find our inner peace, represented by the peace lilies here. We must continue to find, to be centered, to be grounded, and that allows us to trust. So, lots of advice there about getting out in nature, connecting with nature, doing what we can to support nature in kind of exchange for the support that nature gives us. It's about seeing ourselves as always having enough rather than focusing on what we don't have. And it's about allowing that creativity to flow, to get us through this next part of the year when, the naysayers are a bit doom and gloom, is rising above that, trusting. Those of us that are on this spiritual path have the benefit of this massive support team, and they support us in whatever, whether it's difficult conversations, whether it's finding our purpose, whether it's finding a relationship, whether it's working on self-healing. And in this case, for this reading, it's about having enough. We will always have enough if we trust in the process, and we trust the universe, and we seek the guidance, and we act on the guidance that is given to us multiple times throughout the day. So we've been nudged to this for a reason, and it's about making the most of it, making the most of that advice, the most of that guidance, and whatever the global situation throws at us, know that we'll be okay. We'll be more than okay, and we'll come through it, and we'll come through it stronger, more creative, and more connected. So that can only be a good thing. So I hope that's brought you some comfort. I hope that's given you a bit of, food for thought in terms of, maybe how you can change your perspective at the moment to get you through. And I hope you have a fantastic August. Love and light.